What? Quite possibly the worst parking I've ever done, but we got the BHPD drone right up there. And you can see the skid marks. Well, someone's done donuts here previously. Right here. Uh-oh. People coming in to the 90210 for that nice little tour ride. And a tour guide, you're gonna get a nice little surprise of a lifetime, brother mans. A little... You gotta turn around, brother. No, I'm not gonna turn around. They clip this curb right here. Dang. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Kia boys. Oh, look at these guys. Yes. Get the full tour. They're like, hey, look, a car on the side of the road. Oh, no. No, the sprinklers, no. Never mind the stolen Kia. This is a 2-car garage at this massive mansion here in the 90210. I don't know, it looks a bit strange. You think it has more than 2 cars, but that's it. Now, Eddie over here has spotted literally the final LA sauce boss here, dude. Look at this guy. Dude, I mean, I gotta respect the outfit, brother. That is insane. Mad Hatter red hat, dude. The neon sneakers and the bedazzled jacket. You guys are gonna have an absolute riot with this one. So we got the Tesla window button right over here for the front driver's seat. Oh, whoops. Uh-oh, it just came out. And it's been like this for the past few months. I forgot to record it, but it's just absolutely unacceptable. So we have a technician coming in to sort this out, fix the window issue here, but you just have to, like, watch this. You have to, like, put the button as such ever so gently and just feather it, just like the little, oh, and then go right back up. But yeah, pushing it down, no problem, but pushing it up with force, the button comes undone. And look at this part right here, from heavy use, unbelievable. Coming down, brother man. Yeah, get the top down on the SR Roadster now, brother, with a digital plate on Rodeo. All right, we haven't been here at the black and white car rental in a long time. We haven't actually seen many supercars or hypercars, but look at this 4GT, the beautiful white with the blue stripes, a classic spec with the Montana plate. Now, oh no, oh, what in? I didn't even know Mercedes made a new SL43. Come on, Mercedes, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't they make SL53s?
Yeah.
43s, 53s, 63s, right next to 4GT. Bad. Shame on you, Mercedes. Bad, Mercedes. Oh man, first gen Murcielago. It ain't no Lambo Jesus with a manual LP640, but holy baloney. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah. We got the brand new Audi R6 Avant GT, one of 660 that are going to be making. Of course, got the twin turbo V8. Look at this. Thoughts on the livery? Is that a yay or a nay? Thoughts on the limited edition Audi R6 Avant GT? Is that a worst off spec or is that a perfect spec? Sunset Plaza making a comeback. Check this out. We got the matte green A12 Competizione. Look at that. That's insane. That's one hell of a spec. Oh, and a red GT3. Better than resale Ronnie Red. Man, that's sick. Interior too, windows down. Wow. What a spec, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. What is that? I feel like I've seen this particular build on Instagram or on YouTube. The plate literally just says Mad Max. The Mayborn looking a little stacked. Double Cullinan, Cybertruck, and G-Wagon. So it looks like this restaurant here, I think it's called Novikov. I believe there's a few locations around the world. Just opened up, new Range Rover and SVJ in matte red. This is kind of a weird one, ladies and gentlemen. A viewer sent in this tip and mentioned that there was a GT500 replica that's been parked on a street in Beverly Hills for over a week, and it's accumulated multiple parking tickets. Now, me being a sucker for dusty abandoned cars, I decided to investigate and see what was going on. And when I got there, I incorrectly assumed that it was a unique performance replica. But obviously my knowledge of these Eleanor replicas is quite limited, and it turned out not to be the case. The next day, I decided to try and find a shop or dealership that sold this particular car and headed to Santa Clarita. It's finally come down to this, boys and girls. If you don't do it yourself, it's not going to get done right. So we're headed to Adrenaline Motorsports. We're about 5 minutes out. We're in Santa Clarita, and you're probably wondering, how do you know which Adrenaline Motorsports this particular Shelby GT500E was from? The logo of this particular location matched the plate on the car on the street. And the other locations in Arizona and the Midwest, they sell like ATVs, 4x4s, and off-road vehicles. So not really, you know, a classic American continuation series / restoration or replicas of that sort. So we're currently out here, not really sure where, honestly. Never been to this part of Santa Clarita, but then again, I never come here, period. So anyways, curious to see what we find. I don't think we're going to really see much of anything because on Google Maps it says that Adrenaline Motorsports is permanently closed, and honestly I don't really know. I can't find any reviews, I can't find any sort of information. I try to there's no email, there's no phone number, there's literally nothing but an address. And as evidenced by the satellite imagery, I don't know what date it was taken, maybe like 21 or 22, we'll double check on that, but it looks a little weird. So let's just go check it out. What's going to happen is this: we're going to get there, there's going to be no cars, it's going to be a new business, there's no, you know, weird cars left strewn about outside of the parking lot, and we're basically back to square one. I feel like the cops ran the VIN the other night, it passed the VIN check, and they're just going to keep eyes or tabs on that car, and if there's a move, maybe they'll eventually tow it, maybe get some more parking tickets, I don't really know. We're currently on Soledad Canyon Road, walking past the empty field, and where that dirt or gravel mound right there is used to be the parking lot of a plaza where Adrenaline Motorsports used to be. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It's a little loud on this main road here. And to the left right there is where the mobile home park is, and there's the fire station. So yeah, I'm in the right spot. This is where it was, and it's completely gone. I don't know how old that satellite photo is. We'll have to double check, but here we are. Yup. Mobile home park to my left right there. In between the empty fieldy lot is this now defunct and torn down parking lot / plaza. So we're basically back to square one. That's really weird. How could Google Earth have such a miss? All right, nice little update video for you guys. We're on the phone trying to be a little more discreet here. It looks like they've been marking the ground here. Yep, they marked the tires right there. Boom. It's got a parking ticket, and it's got another marking right here with a date, I believe, at 9:43 on the 6th. That is so weird. Why is this car on the street? We just assumed it belongs to this person's house here. And, you know, about a week ago, the trash cans were actually on the street. But, you know, over the weekend, someone has decided to put them on the sidewalk. So we just assumed that it was the owner of the house. That just, you know, the car's broken, doesn't want to move it. And it's just sat here. But now it's got a parking ticket, a second parking ticket, mind you. So weird. This is bizarre. We can't wrap our heads as to why someone would leave such a niche, beautiful car, GT500 Shelby Eleanor replica, on the streets of Beverly Hills now. Yeah, it's been around 2 weeks since we've been watching this car, so it's been here for at least 3. I think the neighbors are getting fed up.
So deliberate.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen
no
a date and time
nope
marked on the street after a parking ticket was administered.
I feel like they're trying to be very careful with like this being a potential resident. They're like, hey, like, yep, we're doing our due diligence and we're not just ticketing people left and right. You know, I mean, can't imagine the taxes these guys are paying to live in the 90210 to get random tickets in the front of the driveways. But This has been here for at least, in my opinion, 3 weeks plus. So, yeah. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, pretty new, 2 years old. We noted the new tires. We noted that this is not a unique motorsports replica. I was wrong about that from the get-go. We have noted the markings on these tires here. This car has been here for several weeks. Now, we took a quick look at the warning over here. It says, vehicle subject to impound if not moved within 72 hours from the issuance of this notice. So there's a possibility this will get impounded. What is the story here? This is the day, 72 hours later, and I see a police traffic enforcement truck here. Uh-oh. It looks like they might actually tow this thing. Oh, look at this. We got the blue crew over here. Got Mr. Belfort getting a couple photos before this thing inevitably gets towed. So the markings are still there. I was driving past earlier doing a little loop around Beverly Hills and noticed that there's a parking enforcement truck parked behind it. And I thought they were going to tow it right then and there, but he just dipped. I don't know where he went, so... Why hasn't anyone claimed this car? Apparently, it's also on a 9 plate, so it's a relatively newly registered car. Pretty new Michelin Pilot Sports, pretty new tires as well. I don't know if this house is for rent. We've seen cars up and down the driveway here, so they're probably like having contractors or listing agents or whatever checking out the house, but... Here it is, the GT500 1968 Eleanor replica or recreation. So we're on the phone talking to the parking enforcement guy and, of course, the tow guy. And listen, nobody seems to know what is going on. There's no address on file, which is really bizarre. They knocked on all the doors here. They gave this car ample time to move it. It was left here for around 3+ weeks. I guess a neighbor called it in, didn't want the street, but, if I saw an Eleanor on my street, I wouldn't think of it as like an abandoned car. I would see it as like a decoration or like a beautifying the neighborhood, so to speak. They're going to try and get in contact with the owner while the car's at impound, and unfortunately, this is where the series kind of comes to an abrupt end. We just don't know where to go from here. So, this is why we do the detective series. This would not have been possible without your guys' support and your guys' tips. My hat's off to the gentleman who gave me the tip off on this particular car in Beverly Hills. We would love to hear your guys' thoughts, your guys' theories as to what is going on, because this is confounding all of us for the past few weeks. I've been keeping it low key. I didn't want to blow this guy's spot up in case the car is owned by a particular person on the street or the neighborhood. Maybe it was just broken down and they don't want to bring the car back up to the driveway. A number of theories, a number of plausible theories, but the more we talk about it and the more we think about it amongst my friend group and a couple of law enforcement and, of course, a couple of people who are in the car industry, this thing is a little suspicious. So, like I said, we'd love to hear what you guys think, your guys' theories. Leave a comment below. If you guys are enjoying the Detective Spot series, man, this is so much fun because we're seeing all sorts of weird stuff out here in Los Angeles. We'll be traveling around the country and possibly around the world again, trying to find abandoned cars, weird stories, scams, a lot of baloney in the car industry. Nobody is safe because when Detective Spot comes to town, you better watch out. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And on that note, we're out of here.
He's not something. He's eating something.
What you got over there, buddy? It could be like a reptile or like a little... Oh.
It was a mouse.